world. All-star festivities at its finest. My partners Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. He'll have 60 seconds to try and make his way through containing 4 regular balls, and then the 2-point
score is 30 points, Kevin, but you've got to get into a really good rhythm.
Usually pretty easy to tell right away whether a player has it going or not.
One way to ensure success in this event, as we've learned, Steve, is by hitting those money balls. Those give you a nice jolt of momentum.
Yeah, that's really the key. I mean, if you can knock down all 5 money balls, you really don't even have to shoot a high percentage, and you can still come out on top.
5 points now. Now with 6. He comes away with 4 points on that wrap.
He seems to be rolling right now.
Up to 10 now. 11 on the board. 1 rack left.
Yes, sir.
And he wasn't able to finish that last rack. He finishes with 14 points on the board. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Yeah, it was adequate, absolutely. I mean, he really stayed with it, hung in there nicely, I thought.
Yeah, that's right. There were some moments when it looked like things might slip away from him, but I thought he was really tough. He hung in there throughout and posted a decent number.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here.
And guys, one of the cardinal sins of the three-point contest is a player trying to change his stroke after a bad rack or two. It won't work.
Well, it's tempting to do so, Clark, but trying to make adjustments during a 60-second span sometimes is tough. People tend to overthink things. This is really more about finding your stroke early and then not thinking about anything.
Money ball, no good. He's got 16. Now with 17.
And the young fella, Klay, making it look very easy out here.
18 points for him when all is said and done. Guys, hard to find any fault with that display.
Well, the key was, Kevin, he took 6 out of a possible 10 points from the money balls. And those are huge points. You've got to take advantage of them, and he did.
So here's Durant now.
Well, it's pretty much unfair for a guy with Durant's size and speed to be able to shoot so easily from deep. There's just nothing you can do about it as a defender.
A hot start is pretty essential, isn't it, Steve? I mean, it seems like we rarely see guys recover from a bad first rack or two.
I think the key is that first money ball, Clark. Even if you miss a couple early, if you can make that money ball on the first rack, get a couple points under your belt, now all of a sudden you can settle down and start firing away.
Now 8 points. 9 points. Gets the money ball. For him. In the end, it's a 12-point round for him. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have been a lot better.
Yeah, he was totally inconsistent out there. You know, we always talk about guys getting into a rhythm in this event, and he just never was able to do that.
And so we'll see Wesley Matthews.
There, but was undrafted. A player who's really solidified himself as a quality NBA talent. I mean, a tough defender. He's a pretty good shooter. He can handle it. I mean, there's not anything he doesn't do reasonably well.
You remember his dad, Wes Matthews, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I remember, those Wisconsin teams cost me a Big Ten championship. Cost us a Big Ten title back in 1980, and Wes Matthews was the culprit. He was the catalyst for knocking us off twice in those games.
I am sorry I brought that up.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
I know I
You
did
knew what
not.
you were doing. You knew what you were doing.
Steve, help me out here.
So, to stay in it, he needs at least 12 points.
Not too high a bar to pass here. 3 more points to stay in contention. 9 points is what he finishes with. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, he's a better shooter than that, but at one point during the round, he ran off 6 consecutive misses, and I just felt like he lost all momentum at that point.
So it's J.J. Redick ready to go. He's got to have at least 12 to avoid getting knocked out.
I think that's definitely a score within his reach, guys.
Now 3 points. He needs 8 points more.
Well, he's off to a decent start, guys.
He needs 6 more points. 7 points. A 3-point rack for him right there.
2 more to stay in it.
Nice stretch here for Redick.
That shot ties him for third. Down to the final rack.
Rock solid shooting down the stretch.
He's got 12 points to show for his efforts there. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, you know, in this format, once it goes wrong, sometimes the harder a player tries, the worse it gets. And you only have a few seconds to correct it, and it can get away from you quick.
Yeah, that's what makes it so difficult, Clark, because as you said, the time constraints start to play on your mind. You know, you hear that clock ticking in your head, and you force it. And when you force it, there's no way you're going to get into a good groove.
Here we go with Damian Lillard. He knows exactly what score will get him into the next round.
12 points, a low hurdle. All he'll need to move on to the next round.
A great shot here. Not the highest score. 5 more points to stay in it. He's got 8. 4 money balls, 4 misses. That hurts.
3 more points to advance.
10 points on the board. 11 on the board. He scores 13 points in the round. I'd say he handled that round pretty well, guys.
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was...
Here we go with Damian Lillard. He's got to improve on his score from the last round if he wants to have a shot to win it.
And Steve, you know that it's crucial to stay as loose and as relaxed and as comfortable as possible heading into the round.
Yeah, I thought my first couple of times in this competition, Clark, I was way too tense. And when I finally won it in my 4th try, it was because I really didn't have any expectations. I came in, just wanted to have fun, and I did have fun because I won.
2 racks remaining. 6. Drains the money ball. 9 points. Up to 10 now. That makes it 4 straight for him. And 13 is the final score. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
Yeah, even if he didn't set things completely on fire, it's still a fine score. I mean, what did you take away from it, Steve?
Well, you know, it wasn't his best, but he gutted out a pretty decent round when he didn't have his best stuff. And that's the sign of an excellent shooter there.
And so we'll see LeBron James.
The minimum to tie it is 13, or 14 will give him the lead.
Now 3 points. 4 points.
8 more points and he'll tie things up.
7 points.
5 more points to tie it up.
9 points. Can't get the money ball. 3 points more to tie it.
Well, all he needs is 1 ball to go down off this last rack.
That's 13. Hits, and now he has the lead.
And still going.
Well, he's got the score to beat in this final round.
Couldn't finish it off, but still put up an impressive number. And he's got 15 points when the round ends. I'd say a solid showing from him.
I thought he had his stroke working pretty well for him. I mean, what do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, solid shooting. He looked very confident. You know, it never became one of those lights-out rounds that it could have been. But all in all, I think he's got to be pretty happy.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here.
But Klay's dad was an NBA player, Michael Thompson, but you know, more a post player and a center. Klay as a guard, a perimeter player, he's got that beautiful shooting touch.
He can tie it up with 15 or take the lead. 5 more points to tie it up. 11 on the board. 3 of 4 on money balls. 2 more to tie it up.
A strong close out there.
Make that 14. 16 points is his score for the round. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Well, we all know how important the money balls are in this event, and he hit 4 out of 5 of them. That's very good work.
And so that...
And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
It is indeed one of the great nights of the NBA season. Welcome to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll see the East All-Stars playing against the West All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. All-Star voting format changed in 2013. 2 backcourt, 3 frontcourt starters as opposed to the old 2 guards and 2 forwards and a center. Do you like that change, Shaq?
It's my fault, Ernie. You know, there's not many dominant big men in the league these days. It's a sign of the times, but it's my fault.
Would you like to see the center position back on the All-Star ballot?
Would you like to ask me why it's my fault?
No, I know why it's your fault, because everything's your fault.
No, it's my
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of the NBA All-Star Game. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan.
Well, we know basketball is a game that's all about team success and team achievement, even here in the NBA. But this game, the All-Star Game, gives a nod to the great individual talents this league has to offer, and those talents will be showcased in an entertaining fashion here today.
Yeah, a lot of fun to watch, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is, and it gives these players that spotlight and recognition that they so rightfully deserve, thanks to their terrific play during the regular season, and, of course, their important contributions to their teams.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Davis is out there with Durant. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Howard. And it's Thompson in at the 2 guard.
The All-Star festivities always a big draw for VIPs, stars, and celebrities, and I see quite a few in the house tonight.
Yeah, really a festive atmosphere around this event and this weekend. There's just so much going on, both on and off the court.
You know, I think one thing that makes the All-Star Game so special is just the history involved. This event has been held since 1951, and a lot of those legends of the NBA past are here in attendance.
Now here's James. Following the shot by Kevin Durant. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
They're doing a lot of spectating there on D, but hey, it's the All-Star Game.
Thompson passes to Howard. Takes it off the glass. Howard's got his second bucket of the night. And when the players step out on the court, you know, Steve, they know that they're writing their names in the pages of history.
Yeah, they're really making their mark on this Sunday night, but at the same time, you know, they've just got to focus on playing the game. And sometimes you get caught up in the atmosphere and the moment. But for these players, it's all about just focusing on the game and trying to enjoy themselves.
Shot's good. Howard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
No defense being played at all right now.
Yeah, you know it'll be a high-scoring game, but at least make them work for it a little bit.
East All-Stars on defense. That puts
The incredible talent on at All-Star Weekend.
Yep.
This year is no different.
Well, pretty much all of the events are a lot of fun to watch, and it's a combination of tremendous skill and entertainment. You can't beat it. LeBron James has been an All-Star since his 2nd season in the league, and this is his 11th straight All-Star appearance, and he always gets after it. Goes hard even in the All-Star game.
kept alive, and Davis gets it to go.
Now some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
Now here's James. He's got 6. Oh, that's blocked. And Durant.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Woo! That was absurd. He's showing the skills that got him voted here.
Here's Verajao. Lowry kicks to James. James right side. Great D that time from Durant.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Thompson with the bucket.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Now here's LeBron. Wants to get it to Verajao and does. James against Durant. The shot's good from LeBron. James has got 8.
Well, he's kind of been a black hole offensively.
Yeah, and in an all-star game, Steve, that's not a good move. I mean, I think sharing the ball is really important.
Millsap with the steal. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, and now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball in the open floor.
Now here's Paul. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Knocked away. Stolen by Durant. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Millsap dishes to LeBron. And they double him up with LeBron. Davis with the block. And here we go. Stops. Pops. Can't get it to go. LeBron outside. Active JAY-SHAWN. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his team's play over the course of this run. And, thus the timeout. You got to talk things over, try to get back into the game.
Something has to change for them as they haven't looked good at all during this run. So a timeout is appropriate here.
So the West ends up going with the new group.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there, challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Now here's DeRozan. Kobe with the steal. Lillard attacking. He's with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. It's stolen by Bryant. He feeds it to Lillard. Knocked away. And stolen by James.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Did you get an assist and a field goal for that? I mean, that was ridiculous.
Out to Hayward. 2 on the clock. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
And stolen by Nowitzki. A great event unfolding, 1 quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And Kevin, already some highlight reel plays.
Yeah, they're playing at a nice tempo right now, giving the fans a show.
Dirk Nowitzki with a goose egg in last year's All-Star Game, going 0 for 2 with only 1 rebound. He's really too good a player to let that happen 2 years in a row.
They've got Anderson Varejao. LeBron James is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Lowry in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
And Nowitzki now in his 13th All-Star game.
What a great career. He hasn't put together that many big performances in All-Star games. In fact, the last 3 years, he's barely played. He's been looking more forward to the rest and allowing the young guys to play. But it seems like he just enjoys being part of this. Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Rejected by Millsap, and it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And the East All-Stars with some changes. George is checked in for Millsap. Wade comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Anthony subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And so here are the West All-Stars. Thompson for 3. Here's Davis. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Davis has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Well, you always want your side to win, but I think it's pretty common that you don't see too many fouls in these games year to year.
Steve, you're exactly right. I think we usually see a few here and there because guys are also reacting based on instinct, playing the game similar to how they know how to play basketball. But aside from that, you usually aren't going to see too many whistles.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's stolen by Davis. Durant, the pass to Howard. The basket good off the assist from Durant. 8 points for Howard.
And not a whole lot of defensive resistance.
Well, if you like defense, don't watch this game.
Nobody near George. Drills the three-pointer.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And stolen by LeBron. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
The lead pushed to double digits. And now it's a 12-point East All-Star lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the East All-Stars.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
Paul's checked in for the West. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Scott Brooks was discussing with his players. He made no mistake that Dwight Howard has got to be the focal point of their offense. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. He then went on to tell them he wants to use their fast break offense to its full effect, saying, "We can run these guys into the ground." Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
And thank you for that, Doris.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
Man, I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch. It's kind of fun. We don't usually get to see that in the regular season, do we, Clark?
No, you're right. I mean, hey, if he could make it like that all the time, I'm sure we see him bury the triple a bit more often. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Well, Paul George, an all-star for the last 3 seasons. First-time starter in 2014. He's vaulted his name into that superstar category with his great two-way play.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Klay Thompson. Now here's Howard. 8 points for him.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
And James gets it to go on the assist by George. 26 points for LeBron.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Paul kicks to Howard. It's hauled in by George.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
And then Wade slams it in.
Woo-hoo! That's exactly why you watch the All-Star game, to see plays just like that.
And here's the fast break. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Paul. Finished off the break.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Now, here is George. That one off the back iron and out.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Durant. Nice D from Bergeron.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Durant kicks to Paul. Paul George with the steal. James wide open. He got it up that time, but it would. And we finished one half of basketball. And we return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and the second half about to begin.
And a great first half of basketball it was.
Well, it's been a lot of fun, and we'll see if they can take it up a notch here in the second half.
Third quarter action getting going right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the West All-Stars, we've got Johnson, Anthony Davis is out there at Durant.
Got hammered once he got there by the defense.
But that was a nice job taking it strong and forcing his way to the line.
Now, here's Thompson. Paul with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Howard kicks to Thompson. Trying to get open, it's Davis. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Wade outside. LeBron dishes to George. Verajao trying to free himself up. George against Paul. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Here's Verajao. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Irving's checked in for Anderson Verajao.
Well, playing in the All-Star game, something to really be proud of. And, of course, the starters are voted in by the fans. The reserves are voted in by the coaches. Either way, it's a heck of an honor.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. He made no mistake that Dwight Howard has got to be the focal point of their offense. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. He mentioned one more thing, which was that he'd like them to get out and run whenever they get their hands on the ball. Let's play this game at top speed. Those were his exact words. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Steve, you talk about the starters and the reserves. Unlike in regular games, in an all-star game, everyone gets a chance to play.
Yeah, and I think the hardest part for the coaches, Kevin, is distributing those minutes because everybody is deserving. Everyone's a great player. And usually what happens is the starters get the most minutes because the coaches understand that that's who the fans have voted on there, and that's who they want to see.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Howard. Griffin comes in for Anthony Davis. Ryan is checked in for Kevin Durant. And Lillard subbed in for Paul. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
And there's Paul George on the assist by Irving. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Lillard attacking. No good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. It's stolen by Bryant. 3-on-3. Lillard with it. George picks him up. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Irving. Gets the front of the rim and out.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Griffin goes in. Good. Quick play by Lillard to set it up.
Well, Blake Griffin, a perennial all-star. This is his 5th appearance, and he got off to a hot start last go-round with 8 dunks in the first 11 minutes. Where's the defense?
Nowhere to be found, Clark. Nowhere to be found. Here is Bryant. Following the basket by Blake Griffin. Kobe, the pass to Griffin. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
reversed that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
And he gets the bucket. 33 points for LeBron.
And how about the season he's had to this point? He's been so solid, just having a terrific year.
Yeah, guys, I mean, pretty much from game one of the season, he's been playing some of his best basketball ever.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the East All-Stars?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Klay Thompson.
Well, when you know where your teammate is going to be, it doesn't make it a difference whether it's a normal game in the regular season or at All-Star Weekend.
I agree with you. I mean, they play well as teammates, and you're going to just naturally make plays with guys that you're used to playing with here.
The West All-Stars with the ball. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Kyrie Irving grew up right across the Hudson over in New Jersey. Plenty of friends and family in attendance. I'm sure he'll be as motivated as ever to put on a show.
1:10 left in the third quarter. That's tipped. And now James pushing it up. No one back to
Wow, that was unbelievable.
Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that. And the West All-Stars have possession. They trail by 16. Here's Irving. And George, here we go. No luck. Some solid defense from Lillard. Now here's Hayward. Lillard with it. Now Anthony defending. Hayward kicks to Lillard. Off target from three-point range.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
James with the bucket.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Lillard dishes to Nowitzki. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Now, here is Irving. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. The shot's good from LeBron.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Lillard attacking, and the rejection by James. And as we conclude the third.
This Friday night, February 20, Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors.
We've been having a great time here. We hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
Both teams putting on a show.
Boy, it sure has been fun to watch, hasn't it? The main thing that New York hosted this time last year was a whole lot of snow. I mean, you recall LeBron James even wondering if the weather could affect the All-Star. It does seem like things are running pretty smoothly.
They've got Paul George. LeBron James is out there with Anthony. And there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Irving at the one. That's the five out there for the East All-Stars.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Unloads from 13. And the jumper falls for him. 16 points for Howard. And the team's record often weighed heavily when picking the All-Stars. Where do you stand in that, Clark? How much should that count?
I don't think it should be a huge factor, quite honestly. I mean, All-Star performance can happen even if you don't have the talent around you to win a lot of games. This is not tennis or golf or track and field. You don't do it by yourself. So individual performance is what should be rewarded for All-Star. I'm a huge believer in that. In the case of Kyrie Irving, the Cavs were only 20 and 33, but he was selected and deserved to be selected. He's one of the best players in the league. He put on the show and then walked away with the MVP. So I think he showed that there are a lot of great players that sometimes aren't on really good teams at certain points in their career.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
Paul for three. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged.
Buddy, when the ball's moving so quickly.
And George kicks to Anthony. Wade passes to Irving. Dishes it to LeBron. Clock at second shot opportunity. West All-Stars with the rebound. Durant's got his third rebound tonight. And Davis can't get it to go. Here's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Paul. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists now tonight.
Great job capitalizing on that steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
Here's LeBron. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a game for LeBron. He's got 44 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And those steals are all the evidence you need of just how high his basketball IQ is. He really sees the floor well defensively.
Catching up on changes for the West. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Anthony Davis, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Paul. And stolen by James.
I'll tell you what, to be successful, this team needs his scoring, and they're really counting on him.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. That's tipped. And Irving comes to help. Thompson with it. Wade picks him up. Offensive rebound. Back to Howard. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
Well, for one, he hasn't let him down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Wade dishes to Irving. Shoots from 14. And again, it's LeBron James. James has got 49 points in the game.
You know, that mid-range jump shot, maybe an underutilized tool in today's NBA, but it's really serving this team well.
In fact, it very well might be the strongest area of their game offensively.
Here's Thompson, and he slams it one-handed.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
From deep, James, that drops. James has got 10 points in the quarter.
He is just eating this team alive with his offense. It's been a matchup nightmare.
Feeds it to Howard. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
Wasted no time on that one. 15 points here for George.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Rubio the pass to Hayward. Howard kicks to Durant. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. 8 points for Kevin Durant.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominating. He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
And that one's good, Anthony.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Here's Durant. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Now, that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and terrific finish. Looks like they're going to finish strong, but just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it. It's been a good night for Thompson. 10 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
Yeah, he's defending very well, Clark. He's disrupting the offense. He's playing the passing lanes, trying to put as much pressure on as possible.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for the West. Bledsoe comes in for Kevin Durant.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
And Rubio kicks to Nowitzki, expanding his range. And it's Rubio, that time on the assist by Nowitzki. Here's Irving. Anthony dishes to Wade. Pass to George. He's looking for LeBron and finds him. From the arc, Dwayne Wade, and that's good.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. Just threes raining in from everywhere.
Yeah, work that perimeter. Work it good. And they might as well milk it while they're hot.